internet. There's nothing wrong about it. There's nothing strange about it. It's just the way things are. Integrating stuff like this into our cells biologically just removes the latency and decreases the latency for information transmission.
By the way, I think this is Elon Musk.
There's literally no difference.
Is this Elon Musk?
It's really not. No, it's really not. I'm just weird. Don't worry about it.
Well, you could be a dead ringer for him. Well, the Elon clone, what else do you want to say?
100%.
Elon clone, go ahead.
Yeah, there are theories. There are theories. Yeah, there are.
I mean, can we just get this right? Is this Elon Musk or not? Never mind the name. Is it Elon Musk or what?
Absolutely not. Nope. Absolutely not.
No.
I am definitely not Elon. 100% not.
Someone told me in the break, oh, this is definitely Elon Musk. So that's all right.
No, look, he needs plausible deniability. This is okay. Let's just say it's Elon Musk. You got any questions for him?
Okay. What I was
He's so cynic, right? He called himself Alex Jones. Can't see it was all planned. It was all planned, people. No doubt about it. Look on him face. Watch him body language, watch him actions. Try to deceive David people. Try to get him off guard. Come on, what kind of sneaky weasel style is it? Not just come forth and say, hey, I am Elon. I come to challenge David. Why this sneaky? You want to just show yourself. And remember Alex Jones, Trump big friend, him and Elon is same. Him even admit it. Him did upon him. Elon was on the program earlier. In attack to one whatsoever hours. So that alone show no people say this guy is a sneaky snake. He just have David pan him show to get the views than people. That's it. Fake.
But David, we got a short segment here because some stations join us. You've agreed to do some X questions from people on X Spaces coming up. David, though, we got 4 minutes to break. What else is on your radar screen?
Well, I'm writing a book at the moment. It's a deep in the rabbit hole book, which is, what ultimately controls the cult that controls humanity. And of course, we've talked about this before. That force is not actually human and doesn't actually operate in this reality we call human. So that's what I'm writing at the moment, and it's very, very deep stuff and amazing stuff, because what's starting to happen is that some of the things that a lot of the things that I've been writing about over the decades in relation to all this and got so much abuse and ridicule for. A lot of people in science now who are coming from that direction are starting to say it makes sense. And they're kind of explaining it from their point of view of how it can work, like that this is a virtual reality simulation that we're experiencing. Just across the water, I live on an island just off the south coast of England. And just before Christmas, there was a guy, a physicist from Portsmouth University, in all the papers in Britain, talking about the fact that he believed that we do live in a simulation. There's lots of scientists now who are starting to see that it makes sense of what otherwise is an unexplainable world. And I've been writing and saying that since not long after the turn of the millennium. So there's a lot of things coming together of the real big picture variety that needs to be understood by people so we can see where this is really coming from and not just focus only on the symptoms, but see where the cause is. So I'm a bit kind of bewildered because I'm answering a question and then someone's saying to me, keep going, David. I mean, is Alex disappearing? What's going on?
No, David, I actually jumped up because they have to have my phone to connect to X because we're about to take...
Okay.
I was literally just handing him my phone and we're about to take the calls. I got an earpiece in, so I just walked over there to hand him a phone and you stopped right when I got up.
Yeah. Okay.
See here, I'm listening to you. See a little receiver here. So I'm not ignoring, I'm listening to every word you said. I'm accused of interrupting here, but I'm trying to get you to talk.
No, that's all right. I just, when it goes quiet and someone says, keep going, I thought, what's going on? Anyway, so that's the sort of stuff I'm working on, and I've been working on for quite a long time. Well, a very long time now.
So we really appreciate David being here with us today. One of my daughters, I got 3 daughters. I probably wouldn't have known her for a year, but David's a tough guy. We love David. Who's up next here, Chase?
Let's go with Adrian Dittman. Adrian, go ahead and unmute yourself and say what you have to say.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that David Icke, complains of, I don't know, being connected to the hive mind, even though he already is. I mean, you're right now speaking to thousands of people simultaneously, which is a selective hive mind via a piece of tech. It's just not integrated into your brain. That's the only difference. As for Wi-Fi fields, do you think that the internet is a simulated reality pulled over our eyes, or just an interface? Because it's
he's saying we're already in a false reality. Sorry, I'll shut up. He's saying we're already in a false reality, and they're creating a system within a system, right, David?
That's absolutely right. But there's a big difference from what the gentleman's just said, that we're in a hive mind and all that stuff as we're speaking. But, there's a difference between having connections with people and communications with people, and having the perceptions that we make of what we say and what we make of what other people say.
The system, it's going to show us the input it wants, is the issue.
Yeah, being given to us by a hive mind. It was kind of funny how sci-fi kind of later mirrors reality. This is probably not a coincidence either. And in Star Trek, they had the Borg, and the Borg were kind of a kind of part technological kind of race. And what they did was infuse people with like nano probes to make them part of the Borg hive mind, the collective, as they called it. And those nano probes we now call smart dust, nanobots, nanotechnology, all these things. And this is all building this hive mind that I'm talking about. And like I say, communication is fine and interaction is fine. We should have it. Of course we should. That's why I'm glad the Putin interview happened. But there's a big difference between that and having our perceptions controlled in and
David, let me say this. Notice how the globalists want to kill individual free communication in the internet. They want it to all be through this filter, which is another form of the virtual reality paradigm you're talking about. But I forget the name of the person commenting. But, sir, do you want to have a comeback to David Icke? Go ahead. Is he gone? Okay.
I'm still here.
You have a quick comeback to that? Go ahead.
Yeah, you're already connected to all of this. You think that everything is different, or that we don't have this smart dust, so to speak. You don't need smart dust when you have a device that is capable of all the things that you've mentioned, and you are already connected to the hive mind. What the hell are you communicating on right now? Who are you communicating with? All the people. Their perceptions shared through a medium of speech. Like, there is structurally no difference between having a bunch of nanobots running through your bloodstream accomplishing the same thing when you're holding a device that is connected to this thing that is a field of information that is the internet. There's nothing wrong about it. There's nothing strange about it. It's just the way things are. Integrating stuff like this into ourselves biologically just removes the latency and decreases the latency for information transmission.
By the way, I think this is Elon Musk.
There's literally no difference.
Is this Elon Musk?
It's really not. No, it's really not. I'm just weird. Don't worry about it.
Well, you could be a dead ringer for him. Well, the Elon clone, what else do you want to say?
100%.
Elon clone, go ahead.
Yeah, there are theories. There are theories. Yeah, there are theories. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of stupid. Don't worry about it.
Well, what else would you like to say, sir?
I just think it is ironic. I mean, you want to talk about the simulation. Everybody started speaking of the topic of simulation, how we're in this false reality ever since the Matrix movie dropped. A lot of people are afraid of it, but they don't even understand the context of why the movie even happened and why everyone's so afraid of it. When in reality, everybody got afraid of being integrated with machines and how machines were advancing faster than the things that created them. Thereby, the fear caused the disaster, which then caused the simulation within the Matrix. It's crazy, right? And even then, everybody bases their ideology of a simulation based off of a movie that they themselves haven't even fully understood. Because if you did, you'd realize that there is no real world at all. I mean, what do you think this is? And even if it is a simulation, what are you going to do? You're going to break it? What's the point? I mean, you can play it and you can build really cool shit. And you can craft it and make it better. I think that's what you have to do. If you're going to break it, that's just an equivalent of killing yourself. And if you're going to break it for everyone else, then that's called mass murder. That's called genocide. So don't break the simulation. I don't understand the resistance for understanding the world in which we're in, to the extent that we say we could shape it to make it better, but we're just trying to understand it to break it.
Well, whoever this is, please don't hang up. We're on radio station. We have to go to break in a moment. But David Icke, you're talking to somebody that AI print is Elon Musk, or is his twin, his doppelganger. What do you want to say to this caller?
Well, is it better that we know about the reality that we're in and how we're creating it and what it's designed to do, or not to know and be in complete ignorance of the very reality we are experiencing? What people do with the knowledge of understanding the reality that they are in is up to them completely. But we should surely be pursuing an understanding of what is this place, what are we doing here? Otherwise, we just go through life being pawns of a game we don't
David, we got to go to break, and I want to ask the ex-poster that sounds just like Elon Musk, a dead ringer. Please stay there if you can. We're on radio station, so we have to at least break twice an hour. We got to go to a 3-minute break. We're going to come right back. I hope the caller stays there. It sounds just like Elon Musk. But I get the point of the Elon Musk-sounding person. He's saying if we don't use tools, like the Native Americans didn't have guns, so they lost, he's saying why not use it? It's kind of what I'm getting. But we'll come right back and have the person that sounds just like Elon Musk, a little bit of an angry Elon Musk, finish up what he wants to say, and they'll get David Icke here. I am in the twilight zone right now. Got David Icke and a guy that sounds just like Elon Musk. And I've been on with 2.5 hours with Elon Musk before. We're going to figure this out. This is Newsmaker. Stay with us. We have Adrian Dittman, who is a dead ringer for Elon Musk. And I just want to give Adrian Dittman the floor. Got cut off by the break in the David Icke encounter. Adrian, I hope you're still there. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm still here. Where were we at?
You were getting cut off. You were explaining why not engage it. You were explaining your view on AI and computers and the systems versus what I guess people could call kind of a troglodyte view.
Yeah, we like to view as the system. Okay, humans have this existential paradox built into them. We initially want to surpass anything that surpasses us, or eliminate it if we can't. This is why we're afraid of anything that's different. Say, for instance, technology. I think, for instance, when we look at AI, we look at what it's capable of, and we look at the fact that we are capable of, say, generating a simulated reality in which we can do almost anything. We start to ask these questions and say, oh my God, let's look within real quick and then see how that is being projected out into the world, and how much of what we think is not real is real. So it's like if you think of ourselves and how we navigate through the world, we are like a machine that continually projects out into the world a web of assumptions that then gets adjusted by whatever structure someone else perceives or we perceive. And then we internalize that, and then we think it's reality. So by default, whatever version of reality that we think is real is exceedingly limited to our senses. So I agree in the sense that, we don't see much of our reality. Say with David Icke, he's saying we should see the Wi-Fi field. I think all of this is possible. We could actually see, or say perceive rather, more of the reality that is around us if we were to augment ourselves, as opposed to discarding the augmentation. If AI, for instance, gets connected to us, I don't think it's going to be the end of us. It's just going to help us evolve faster and better. You see, you can't beat this thing. It's better than us. It is much better than us. It is not just better than us. It is all of us put together in one thing, simplified, without the biological constraints that every other human brain has. It is actually quite a beautiful technology, but it is also risky. And I think the risk factor is something that should be spoken of, but in a realistic sense, to the point that we don't stop its development.
Please don't go, Adrian. Let's get David Icke's response. David Icke, stay there. David.
Yeah, I mean, can we just get this right? Is this Elon Musk or not? Never mind the name. Is it Elon Musk or what?
Absolutely not. Nope. Absolutely not. No. I am definitely not Elon. 100% not.
Someone told me in the break, oh, this is definitely Elon Musk. So that's all right.
No, look, it needs plausible deniability. This is okay. Let's just say it's Elon Musk. You got any questions for him?
Okay. What I was saying is that people need to understand what is happening and what they're part of, and then maybe they can make some choices about what how they respond to it. But if you're living in a reality which is not the reality you think you're experiencing, and some other force is manipulating that reality to manipulate your perception, to manipulate you, then that needs exposing. And it's all right talking about AI this, AI that, but AI is designed to take over the human mind and therefore replace it. People like Ray Kurzweil at Google, a so-called futurist, has openly talked about this years ago, that by 2030 this will be happening, and that eventually, once the connection is made, that AI will do more and more of human thinking until human thinking as we know it is basically negligible. And that's the end of humans as we have.
And I think what Adrian said, because I want a piece of this, he said, we don't want to have VR goggles that give us the false reality by some company, but what about augmentation, theoretically, that lets us actually see beyond the limitations we're in?
Well, if you have a chip in your brain and it's feeding you a sense of reality, then it's whatever's feeding you that sense of reality is giving you your sense of reality.
Well, let's say it accesses a part of the brain for infrared. It's not telling you what to see. It just allows you to see infrared, which your brain can now do.
No. I'm talking about where it's meant to go. It's meant to go to the end result. And Kurzweil said this, and others have said it too, that it's meant to go to the point where you get your perceptions delivered. And what are your perceptions? They are your sense of reality. And this is a very dark and dangerous road. And I don't care if it's a hard sell or it's a soft sell. It's a dangerous road. It's not a world I want to live in.
Well, I think Elon Musk has said, beware those that worship AI gods. But Adrian, you seem to have some opinions on this. I mean, you don't know Elon Musk, obviously, but from researching him, what do you think his views are, what he wants?
It's clear that he wants to augment us with AI and various other tech to basically enhance our experience of the world and to also make us more capable of maneuvering through the world. Right? That seems to be his thing. But if I go to David Icke's point, I think it's not that you're afraid of, say, you're not concerned of the fact that our perceptions themselves are going to be delivered by a piece of tech, but that they are delivered to you in an altered format that somehow benefits whatever centralized entity created that tech. Is that correct?
I'm talking about having our perceptions delivered by an external force with the intention.
Exactly, but how is that a problem if the perceptions that you're being delivered are more than what you already get? I mean, you have a bunch of sensors that are available to you right now, like, say, for instance, your eyes, you have your limbs that sense differences in temperature, you have sensors in your fingers.
And those are already being manipulated. Those are already being manipulated, right, Adrian?
Yeah, but how's that a bad thing? Yeah, but how's that a bad thing? This is on its own, it seems very benign. I don't understand where the negative element is. I can only assume that where the negative element is that somehow what is being given to you is false or steers you in a particular direction that benefits the centralized entity that is manipulating your perceptions and the data that's delivered to you, that is then therefore your perception, right?
I think it does come down to where the feed comes from. David, you see what he's saying?
Exactly that. And well, augmented reality, you can stick that in a dark place anyway, from my point of view. But I'm 72. That's my coming up. That's my perception. But if I'm being delivered a sense of perception that gets me to stand up and walk out this room now, when I wouldn't do that if I was sitting here. That is not augmented reality. That is a takeover of reality. And if you are a force that wants to control people, and what are we talking about, Alex? What are we talking about in terms of this global cult and what I say is non-human entities working through it, and the World Economic Forum and all these people? They're seeking to dictate our sense of reality. This is what.
No, I understand. So listen, I'm going to have you another question to Adrian, another question to David Icke, but let me throw that out at you. Tucker Carlson says he believes interdimensional entities are manipulating reality already through this simulation. We all basically know this is. I think we're all agreeing that's pretty much what we're in. We haven't figured it out yet. I think Adrian's saying we can use our own systems of AI to break through that and find out what's happening. Maybe I'm putting words in his mouth, but regardless, having a debate about this, an open discussion, I think is really healthy. But Adrian, what do you think about the idea that aliens aren't coming from a distant star system, but have actually always been here, like I've said, Tucker Carlson said, and that there is a manipulation already of the reality?
I mean, I haven't seen any actual definitive evidence of aliens. The only proof that we have is, say, really shoddy footage and potentially even altered stuff that then later, of course, has been exposed to be as such. But I mean, it's an interesting theory for sure, and one that does bear a considerable amount of logic. But still, I mean, I haven't seen any really convincing evidence for aliens. I mean, you could say, oh, well, you have some infrastructure that's really difficult for humans to build, so potentially a force was here at some other point, or potentially we have destroyed ourselves. And then, of course, then there's the case for Mars and the fact that if you look at the atmosphere of Mars and you look at the levels of xenon gas within that atmosphere, it is consistent with an environment, a post-nuclear bombardment environment. So it's like there are a lot of questions that need to be asked. We really need to go there and check out what exactly happened there. But regardless of that, I mean, sure, maybe, but I haven't seen any definitive evidence for aliens.
All right, well, that's a perfect Elon Musk answer. So this is either an amazing advanced AI of Elon Musk or it's Elon Musk, Adrian Dittman.
I like to go by Rogue AGI.
Rogue AGI, okay. David Icke, if you had a chance, and maybe Elon will listen to this later, and wanted to ask Elon a few questions instead of, I get you're on your points, but if you were talking to Elon Musk, what would you say to him?
Well, if that was Elon Musk, this is ridiculous. This is the playground, for goodness sake. What I was going to say is that what he's talking about is really low-level stuff. He's talking about going to Mars. Mars is just, in our reality, it's just another part of the bloody simulation. And I'm not saying that aliens are coming from other planets.
So Columbus coming to America was just a simulation?
Everything that happens in our reality is people consciousness operating within a simulation, not realizes it's a simulation, unless they are in the inner core of the cult, and then they bloody will. And I'm saying these non-human entities are coming are based in another dimension, what's called the astral dimension, which is very close to this one and interpenetrates it, but is not of a wavelength that our eyes can see. That's why we don't see them. The point I was making is that does anyone think, I mean, let's just get down to the basis of this. You've spent years, I've spent years, decades and all that, exposing this global cult and its desire to create a dystopia, a global dystopia based on AI control. And we've got people like Klaus Schwab, who are openly for years now saying that, yes, that's what has to happen. We have to augment ourselves and have AI, and then it will tell us what to do and we'll know better and we'll be gods and stuff, according to people like Kurzweil. Now, does anyone think Elon Musk, or whatever he bloody calls himself in his that name, does he believe that those that are creating this AI system of control, which on one level operates as digital currencies and 15 minutes...
No, I get where you're going. So let's go back to Adrian, who can't speak for Elon Musk, can speak for Adrian. What about, I've noticed the globalists say they want to ban any other independent AIs. They're worried about it. They want their own AI. What is your response to that?
The running logic would be that everyone else's AIs are developed in such a manner that they pose a potential risk. Keep in mind, these are the same types of people who read a few AI research papers and think that they are now AI researchers, even though they just repeat what they have received in verbatim, which ironically makes them more of an AI than the AIs that they're building, because that's essentially just training data, and you're spitting it back out again with no actual innovation assigned to it, because you're not creatively connecting other points of data in a way that they haven't been connected before. So, I mean, okay, Yeah, sure. I get the logic behind that. I mean, I've read a lot about AI safety. I'm not an expert by any means, not even close. But I would say this is the logic that I see personally. This is more like a perception and an opinion than an actual definitive take in terms of a fact that I believe is true. I just think there's fear. It's just that fear. If there's malicious intent behind that, that still remains to be seen. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But if you look at the prime motivator for all of this, it is fear. What is the first thing that any safetyist tells you about? It's the paperclip scenario. Are we familiar with the paperclip scenario? Do you know
I am, but tell people.
Yeah, it's very simple. That you give an agent a set goal that says, hey, it's a benign agent. It's an agent that does not seek to destroy anything, but its goal is to turn things into paperclips, to manufacture paperclips. And so eventually it realizes, oh, I could create a whole bunch of more paperclips if I say arrange the atoms that are inside of your body in such a way that it becomes then a paperclip, and that it begins paperclipping the fucking universe at some point when it reaches critical mass, right? This is obviously bad because then it kills all of humanity in the pursuit of creating paperclips. It's not trying to do this because it hates humanity. It's just doing this because it's misaligned. It doesn't understand we needed paperclips, but we also want to exist ourselves, right? And so we throw this around and say, oh, so here's the thing. We've developed this exceedingly complicated system, what most people like to refer to as a black box AI. We cannot look at it. We don't understand what it is even if we tried, because it's too complex to actually perceive. And now we have these things running around, and we have these centralized entities that are very experienced in building technologies that are running the world currently, saying, hey, we can develop this faster, but we have to do it slower. And then we have people who rebel against us saying, hey, I got the GPUs. I got 200 GPUs in the back of my truck right now, and I'm going to make an AI faster than you can. And they do because they take more risks along the way, right? This is another little aspect to AI safety where you are putting restrictions on yourself. They say, oh shit, we have to be safe about this. And if we're not safe about this, then
so you're saying the AI Wild West
advantage.
You're saying the AI Wild West or the AI wars are here, Adrian?
I mean, yeah, obviously you can run an AI on a small little Apple Watch right now if you wanted to. Just gut it. The computer's there. You have a Mac Mini. You can run an AI on that. The computer's already here. The training is a little bit of a problem. You need more compute for that, but you can definitely run it, and someone else can build it.
Adrian, we're really glad you called in. Please don't hang up. I'm going to give David Icke a closing comment because the show only has 8 minutes left. I'm going to give Adrian a closing comment, and then we're going to go to the fourth hour of the guest host that's here. And it's my 50th birthday. Somebody's demanding to give me a birthday cake. I love them, but it's whatever. We'll see if that happens. But the point is that David Icke, Adrian's still there. This has been quite the interview. It's going to get a lot of attention. And just closing comments, David Icke.
What am I exposing? What have I been exposing all these years? It's a agenda to ultimately replace the human mind with artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence becomes the human mind. I've been writing about it for decades. And step by step by step, we move closer and closer to that all the time. That is not an accident. It's the World Economic Forum agenda. It's the Gates agenda. It's the global cult agenda to do that. And we can talk about, we could have regulation here or regulation there and or augmented reality there. But the bottom line is that what's unfolding is the takeover of human perception. How has it been done so far? It's been done by controlling information. So you can censor what you don't want people to hear, because that will affect their perception in a way that you don't want that to happen. So control of information, people get their perceptions from information received. It might be a personal experience. It might be an item on the news. It might be something they see on Facebook. But they're controlling their or their perceptions are controlled by the information they receive and how they process them. What I'm saying is that this is meant to go to a whole new stage in which no longer is it necessary to manipulate information to manipulate perception, because your perceptions will come direct. And, this is where it's going.
David, we understand.
And if we don't,
Amazing hour and 45 minutes with you. When your book comes out in a few months, I look forward to speaking to you. DavidIcke.com, iconic.com. Thank you so much, David Icke.
All right, mate. Thank you very much. Been great.
That was powerful.
All the best, Elon.
All right.
See ya.
Or Adrian. It's not Elon. It's just somebody that sounds just like him, and it sounds just as smart as him. So I'm going to shut up for Adrian here in the 6 minutes we have left, and just about the whole world, the Putin interview, war, the economy. We just want to hear what Adrian has to say. Go ahead, Adrian.
Hang on, can you give me a second?
Yes, Adrian. You've got the floor to talk about just in general your view on the world.
No, just like literally give me a second. Something's about to explode.
All right, something's about to explode. There's David Icke right there.
No mention of God or base reality. No mention of base reality or God. The reality we live in is real. You can build all the simulations you want, but you have to have a reality in the beginning. And then now we're going to discount God completely out of the conversation. And now we're just going to talk to and pretend that Elon Musk is not Elon Musk. And we're going to pretend that he doesn't want to put a chip in, and that Elon Musk is not playing just the tip with the chip. And once he gets that chip in and seen as Adrian's war elsewhere, then he starts fucking. Okay? Nobody's ever considered whether or not our minds are going to be taken over or our bodies. Maybe we're just the flesh bots for the chip because we're cheaper. We'll live off a bowl of rice. And we fix ourselves.
No, Matt, I hear you. But we're having a great talk with Elon Musk. I'm going to come back to you. We got all these great people to talk to, or not Elon Musk, this Adrian fella. Adrian, is whatever blew up fixed now? Can you talk to us?
Always. Yeah. Well, I can't heavily diverting towards Star Trek-esque scenarios. I think if you really want to talk about, say, controlling people's perception and information warfare, probably we are more afraid of this thing than we actually should be. Now, I mean, I want you to consider this for a second. Are you guys aware of, say, a technology known as cortical labs? Do you know what that is? Does anybody know what that is?
I've read of it. Tell us.
Very nice little thing. Basically, the idea is you take a bunch of silicone and you boost what it is capable of by...
This Elon Musk character, they say he's so intelligent, so bright, so articulate, but yet still so cowardly. He cannot face David Icke straightforward. You have to go around using fake names. Why? Are you so scared? What? Because David is talking the truth? An absolute truth? You're pushing this AI, you're saying, accept it. Why can't you just give in? Why can't you give in? Give in. That Elon tell the people, say give in. All I want to try to show you, say, this AI thing, I have to try control us. Control us on a deeper level. Deep level. But no, you just insist. What's wrong with it? What's wrong? And this weasel sneaky rat, Alex Jones, try to set up David Icke in the people. And we see what happened after this, cause this interview was over a year ago or 9 months or something like that. More than a year. And we see what happened to Alex Jones. Trump boot liquor. Elon boot liquor. Try the real man. Try infiltrate the interview people, but what? They still cannot conquer David Icke people. Him come so prepared, and I try to catch David off guard. Cause man come expound on him information, and the man never planned for a debate. And even if you did come with a debate, the man already. We just come straight. And Alex is on it. He's on it, people. Alex is on it. Don't make him fool, don't make him deceive. Him is on it, but if he was Elon, why you never tell David say him go on with Elon? Why? But as the lion that remain firm and strong in the jungle, man, stand up to it and expose Elon cowardly ways, Alex Jones weak ways. So I understand, so Me need not worry about that. Cause good try, but you fail. Good try, but you fail miserable. Miserably you fail, yo. Disgusting if you ask me, people. Disgusting. Unbelievable, cowardly act. Snake, rat, sell out to the truth. These guys claim to be truthers. Say them are truthers, people. Say them are seek information. Them are expose this, expose that. I wanna come with deception. Clear and plain deception. But David Icke fight on and conquer them people. Ridiculous. No wonder why David not come back for an Alex Jones interview. It seems. Cause it's a joke thing. It's a joke thing. I can't believe say. The man them really plan up this and execute this and yo, disgusting if you ask me, people. This was disgusting. Disgusting. Cowardly. That's why them sell out and weak, so people. Hence why they're so weak and easily sold out or sell out or whoa. It's just crazy, people. And yo, as I go, these are the weaklings, we are the fighters, we are the warriors, we are real rebels, people. So let them stay, let them sustain. Love as usual. Aluta will continue. Aluta continue. But them are just it then disgust me, people. Disgusting. Cowards. And you might try to hide it, people, but it's so obvious. The mere facts them say. Just say if this was Elon, how would you answer him, David? How would you answer him? Say it was David when you know. The man literally go off the grid a little bit. Because if David I say, where's Alex? Alex, are you still there? And put something in his ears and one bag of maneuvering. One bag of maneuvering, people. Just to try to deceive the man. Because we're so scared of David Icke, people. It's like when I say, if him planned it, we can't manage it. And we still couldn't manage him.